I am Kaipadak Vinod Chandra from 3rd group. Today I am going to speak about the main categories of pedagogy. Before we speak about the main categories of pedagogy, we have to know what pedagogy is. Pedagogy is an art of teaching. It is important to understand how learning occurs. A teacher just cannot stand in front of the classroom relaying their knowledge and expecting people to listen, understand, and leave the lesson filled with knowledge. People need to construct their own understanding with teachers using various teaching methods to engage people to enable them to access the very best learning in order to shape their own intellectual journey. A number of linguistic researchers see children as developing and learning in different ways. Teachers needs to vary their teaching models to ensure inclusive environment. There is no one size fits all in teaching. By variable teaching approaches, children get improved environment and learning outcomes. Teachers needs to bear in mind the community the people come from, how they learn, cognitive or kinesthetic. What work for one student may not work for another, and what work in one school may be the wrong approach in another school. In simple ways, we can describe pedagogy as what we believe how best to teach and why we teach that way based on what we know about how children learn. And now we can move to our topic, that is main category of pedagogies. The basic categories of pedagogy are personality formation, upbringing, education, and instruction. Personality formation. Personality formation is formally called upbringing in its broad sense, is shaping an individual by means of goal-oriented influences and of varied and often contradictory influences of the environment. Personality development is relatively enduring pattern of thoughts, behaviors, and feelings that distinguish individuals from each other. The dominant viewpoint in personality psychology says that the personality emerges very early and continues to develop across one's lifespan. The adult personality traits are believed to have basis in infant temperament, meaning that individual difference in disposition and behavior appear in early in life, potentially before language of self-representation develops. The five-factor model of the personality map onto the dimension of childhood treatment, suggesting that individual difference in level of corresponding personality traits are present from young ages. The components of personality are neuroticism, openness to experience, consciousness, agreeableness, and extraversion.
My name is Ravindranath Roshni from Group 3. The main categories of pedagogy. There are four basic categories. First one, personality formation. Second, upbringing. Third, education. And fourth, instruction. In personality formation is formally called as upbringing. Coming to upbringing, what is upbringing? Upbringing is how we were raised as a child, and the word is a German origin and it is meant as to carry. So, coming to pedagogy, upbringing, in contemporary foreign pedagogy, first group of influence is often called as intentional upbringing and second group is functional upbringing. There are two groups, first intentional upbringing and second functional upbringing. And in Marx's pedagogy, upbringing is a key concept and the concept was goal-oriented activity of society and family directing towards a fully developed person. The common concept of upbringing are include intellectual upbringing, moral upbringing, labor upbringing, and aesthetic and physical upbringing. And the theory and methodology of upbringing concerns themselves with the formation of moral qualities, political convictions, and aesthetic taste and organization of people and students. Next category is education. Education. In the midst of discussion about improving education, teachers' education, equity, and diversity, a little has been done to make pedagogy a central area. In social pedagogy suggests that the education is critical to students' social development and well-being. So it must be understood broadly as to a way to support a person's growth throughout his or her entire life. Education directs students to be an effective, active participant in their own learning process. And in pedagogy, education has concentrate on different learning style of students. Every teacher, this is the main point, every teacher should know that no two students are exactly same. So they have to find how the students are learned. We have made two distinctions in education. One, general, and second, specialized education. First, general education. It is to provide each person's knowledge, skill, and habit for overall development. And specialized education is whose goal is participation for professional work. And there is a polytechnic education, and it is an integral part of general education. And the basic common features of upbringing and educations are this first one. In family, upbringing and educations are generally held to be a crucial formative experience for our lives. Parental influence, and role models in particular are said to be shape and mold individual development from childhood to adulthood. Then the social in school should have also have to be educational and upbringing institution. Within the framework of pedagogy are the number of relatively independent divisions dealing with individual facts of teaching and upbringing. So, from these points, we came to know that education and upbringing has a main role in a person's personality, character, and his well-being from childhood to adulthood. Thank
Здравствует, my name is Kalatil Muhammad Al Fat Rahman and I am from third group. So today I am going to speak about instruction of pedagogy. So firstly, what is instruction? Instruction, it is the act of instructing, teaching, or furnishing with information of knowledge. Or instruction, it is the interaction between teachers and students in their education. It is in instruction, it is the important means for effective education and upbringing the instruction. Learning is depend on the pedagogical approach of teaching teachers which are used in their teaching in their classrooms. And the process of instruction comprises with the two interconnected uh, parts of a single whole, such as teachers and students, where teacher used to teach and students used to listen, like which in the there will be a pedagogue transmitting of knowledge or superficial of their students. And in order to make use of pedagogical research and study, pedagogy is a type of discipline. It is necessary used to distinguish the features of upbringing and instruction of groups having different ages and professional orientation. And in instruction there is a special branch or there is a type called defectology, which studies or which deals with the development of abnormal children, and it is used for upbringing their education and instruction, such as a student who is deaf, he can't hear, and children who are blind, they can't see, children who are speechless, where they can't talk, some students which are having mentally defective children, and some like children like though. So instruction is a main upbringing or main a major part of plays a major role in upbringing education on children. And development of instruction, in development of instruction there are a lot like goals, task, principle, methods, and organization of education, and theory of education and instruction. And when we speak about instruction, it is the interaction between teachers, students, and the learning environment and learning task. So including this skill of instruction themselves is a source of professional knowledge. And thank you, Spasiba.